we're over here at the Bandai Namco booth. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of the lines, including Godzilla, anime, and many more. So just stay tuned, and we'll have a nice little virtual walkthrough for you.
Okay, so we are here at Toy Fair, and right now you're looking at some fun toys from our Bandai toy department. There's Godzilla Scramble. These are a lot of fun. They're nice and blind, but you get some fun and interesting looking Godzilla. They start off as like a little egg, and then you shape it into a figure. They're absolutely adorable. They have a $10 price point, not too bad. And just over here to the right, this is a new line that we're really excited about. It's called Godzilla Burst. They're like these like 3.5-inch figures. And they're totally customizable. They can all mix and match all the parts, so you can build your ultimate kaiju. How cool is that? And these will be available at your mass market retailers. Also, $10 price point. They're a lot of fun. Can't wait for this line to come out. You should see it in the summertime here in the States. Oh, and the 6-inch Godzilla figure that you saw last year. We got more figures on the way, and now it has a fun name, Godzilla Rampage. It's no longer just Godzilla 6-inch figure. Yeah, you saw some of these last year. There have been additions to the line. Very excited about that. Godzilla is one of those properties where all of our brands get involved. Everything from the toy team to Banpresto, Ichiban Show, Shokugan, Gashapon, Tamashii Nations, even Hobby, Bandai Hobby. There's model kits of Godzilla. Here's them just sort of taking on the city. You did get to see this diorama at New York Comic Con. That's when we unveiled it. It had that Coney Island aesthetic. And it was built by Zei Takahashi, who goes by Black Series on Instagram. Yeah, so with SH Monster Arts, that's more of the high-end figures. They have more articulation. A lot of times there's some sort of blast effect that goes with it. These figures are absolutely amazing. Of course, there is not only the -1 version, but there's also the legendary Monsterverse version of figures. And then, like I said before, all of the different brands like to get in on Godzilla. So there's 3D paper art, there's vinyl figures, Shokugan, Gashapon, you name it. There's Godzilla stuff for it. And Sky, that's the paper art. Ultraman, so these guys right here, these were only sold in Japan before, and we brought them to the Ultraman tour that we had in November at American Dream, and we sold out so fast. People went crazy for those figures. They're super colorful, a lot of fun, and they were in a bag, but the packaging will be different when they arrive here in the States now. Back to the Bandai toy department. So these are the 4+ age group. Softer plastic. It's a little bit more affordable, available at mass market retailers. But everything from Dragon Ball to One Piece, Demon Slayer, Naruto, something for everyone. Even the 5-inch figures with Dragon Ball Evolved. So interesting how there's 5-inch, 6-inch, big old 18-inch figures. Yeah, Dragon Ball, Colossal Warrior. And then there's fun 2-packs, have them fighting each other. It's always a lot of fun. And then this is something that I hadn't seen until today. These little Pikmin guys, actually adorable. I've never been good at Pikmin. I always feel, yeah, go for it. I think it has like a little button. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. I don't know how to do it. Maybe it's just a mystery. Maybe they don't pop out. Maybe they're hiding forever. But then, Anime Heroes has some My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Chainsaw Man. Anime Heroes is a fun line for everyone. A little breakdown of everything Dragon Ball. So, this is one of those evergreen properties where, basically every brand that Bandai has is able to take part in Dragon Ball, right? So, you have all the detail of SH Figure Arts. There's a fun diorama that shows, the articulation that comes with SHF. And then you have things that some people just don't want to pose their figure, they just want a statue. So then there's Banpresto, or there's Ichiban Show. Then there's the toy team with their 4+ figures. There's even like a power pole, because kids love playing as Goku, right? So that power pole won't stay in stock anytime we take it to an event. Everyone's like, I gotta have this power pole. Fair last year, and this year we brought Wave 2. But what's exciting about this line is that those ones in the back that are painted, each one is different than the next. No two are the same. They're dipped in that oil paint and then pulled out. So nobody will have the exact same version of it, which is really exciting. And then, here's another breakdown of what makes SHF so special. Different facial expressions, the way the clothing works, the way the posing works with their knees and feet and back and all the joints. And, just as compared to, like an anime heroes figure. Yes, there is articulation with this one, but this one is made for kids, whereas this one is more for adult collectibles and, designed to recreate your favorite scenes from shows. And then again, you have your Banpresto, your Shokugan, your Ichiban show, the in-sky paper art. There's puzzles over there, the wanted poster puzzles. So this is really one of those great opportunities for us where we can get something for everyone. Even little fun ships from Mega House. These little impulse buys. We mentioned bath bombs earlier. Here's the one-piece bath bombs where there's a toy inside. So if they had the devil fruit, then they sink to the bottom. If they didn't, then they float to the top. The Samus, this one was just offered in solicitation not too long ago, but no one really knew how big it was going to be. The pictures don't do it justice, but you can see, in person, it's a very large figure, and it's mostly die-cast. It comes with a display stand. This figure is amazing. I got to play with it for a hot second, but I am an eager little beaver for this thing to come out this summer. And then these, you actually didn't get to see these last year. They did come out like in 2018 or so, but we had these in a confidential room last year. So you actually got to walk right by them without even knowing it. But we were very excited. At San Diego Comic-Con, we brought them back out to show people that they were getting re-released again. So Nintendo's a great partner. Of course, we had that Master Sword with Proplica. Then we have Samus, and now we have Mario again. So very excited about that. And then all you Gamerverse fans out there, Wolverine was just announced a couple weeks ago, and now we have him here on display. He looks fantastic. Spider-Man was brought to New York Comic-Con, and then, of course, Cyclops just came out, and he was revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. So the roster is growing. I'm excited to see more. I can't wait to see what's next. And, I know what I want for selfish reasons. I'm very much a 90s X-Men kind of guy. So the more X-Men we get in SHF, the more excited I will be. We have Metal Bills, we have Robot Spirits, we have Gundam Universe. What's really great about the Metal Robot Spirits and the Metal Bills, for that example, you'll see further on, is these, for display purposes here, the translucent parts represent the areas which are die-cast. So it's really cool. And everyone's always wondering, they know it's multiple materials, but die-cast is one of those, but how much of it is die-cast? So this sort of a cut in half visual representation shows what you're getting with diecast. And then Gundam Universe, not everybody wants to spend $200 on a figure. Gundam Universe, priced at $35 is a much easier pill to swallow if you just want to play with an action figure. Or if you have kids that love Gundam, it makes sense. Like my 4-year-old would have a really, they have, again, more diecast parts. When you're spending $400 on a figure and you want to know, how much of this is diecast, this is a great representation. Obviously, when you buy your version, it won't look like that, but it is fun to see all the diecast parts that are available on this figure. And just like the SHF, these ones come with multiple hand parts, weapons, accessories. On that table there was a good example of showing everything that comes with them. And you almost want to take a picture in case you ever need to put it back in the box to see what the layout was. And then, that Barbados right there, he's got a cloth cape. That's new. We don't really had soft goods with metal builds before. But that's a great representation that shows the different grades of model kits. It's like a Warhammer where they're going to come unassembled and gray, and then you put it together, and then you paint it, and then it'll be your miniature for the game. And so 2026 it's officially releasing, and then throughout this year they'll be attending several events and promoting it and teaching people how to play. So very excited about that.
I hope you enjoyed that little walkthrough. And yes, that is an actual moving Gundam over my shoulder there. That is not a statue. That is an actual person in a costume. I think that's an amazing cosplay. But I hope you guys enjoyed this look here at Bandai, checking out what they have on display, what's new, what's forthcoming, give you a little idea of what's to come. That is all for this time. Like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys at the next booth.